Okay, so in today's video about Algorand, I want to talk about a very important potentially bullish pattern that suggests we are going to go potentially to somewhere around $1 and we might get there maybe sooner than you all think. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you are having a great time with your family and loved ones. And at first, I want to give you an analysis and tell you what is going on in this area, in my opinion. Because if you remember, the last time that we talked about Algorand, I think we were somewhere around these areas and I was saying, okay, as long as we're not taking this low, we can actually be optimistic and say the bottom is in right in here. And maybe if I just do this, excuse me, okay, we are having from here 5 up into a wave 1, correction for wave 2, and hopefully soon we're going to get a big move up into wave 3, 4, 5. So what happened? Definitely not this scenario, and I would like to apologize for it. Instead, we actually got a move down, and in it we took this low. Now, the question is this move down going to change the overall possibility in Algorand? The answer, if you are a regular viewer, is absolutely not. Why is that? Sure, in like very short term, because in this phase we took this low, we cannot argue that we are having a 1-2 anymore. However, overall, I told you before, as long as we're not taking this low about, let's say, 32.5 cents, we can actually remain bullish and say, look, this is going to be 5 wave up into a wave 1. This whole move down is a correction structure into wave 2, and I still stand by that, and I'm going to tell you why. And after our correction is over in here, or maybe, who knows, it's over already, we are going to get a big move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. And on a higher degree, odds are that this white 5 wave up might be into even a larger degree wave 3 like this, you see. From this point, this is 5 up into 1. This whole move on the downside to about here, we talked about this thing so many times. This might be an ABC in form of a flat structure into wave 2. This is going to be our wave 3, correction for 4, another move on the upside into wave 5. So the overall possibility in Algorand in the short term has not changed one bit. As long as we're not taking this low about 32.5 cents, we can remain optimistic. And even if we take this low, sure, in like very short term, we might continue our move down in order to take the lowest low down here about, let's say, 28.5 cents. But even at that point, overall, I'm going to remain 100% bullish. Why is that? We talked about this important bullish sign that happened before many times. You see, in this move up in Algorand, right in here, we actually took these highs. So why is this thing so important? Let's just go around here. Okay, you see, if you want to argue in terms of Elliott waves, we are not going to have a bull run in Algorand anymore, and instead, from the current point, we are going to have a massive bear market. Okay, fair enough. Then you must show me off of the highest high in Algo a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up. Now, this is a very important point. In a 5 wave on the down or maybe upside, doesn't really matter. Wave 3 should not be under any kind of circumstances the smallest wave. This is a big no in Elliott's waves. Now let's go on the live chart. Okay, so here's the deal. Since in this phase on the upside, we actually took these two highs. This means if you want to be bearish in Algorand, then you must be able to find from this point to about here a 5 wave on the downside. And this is very important. Let's actually quickly go on a less busy chart, maybe from crypto.com. Okay, here's the thing. Your best shot at finding an impulsive structure in this move down is if you say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another move down into wave 5. Now, based on this, let's just put the chart on regular scale and measure the length of our wave 3 and compare it to the other waves from here to about this point. Is it going to be smaller than our wave 1? The answer is by a decent margin, yes. Is it also going to be smaller than our wave 5? Let's just do this. As you can see, definitely yes. So this means there's a very high chance that this is not going to be an impulsive structure and instead is actually a corrective movement. And at one point in Algorand, we can expect a big move on the upside in order to at least take the highest high in here for the first target around 61.5 cents. But I told you before, I believe we are going to go quite a bit more higher than that. So overall, I am 100% bullish in Algo, and I think the best is definitely yet to come. And now let's talk about some possibilities in this area. First things first, can we identify in terms of classic patterns? I don't know if you like them, but if you do, a bullish structure. The answer is actually yes. I can tell you, look, this is a bullish triangle. This is the upper line for it, and this is going to be our low line. Now, here's the thing. This is not confirmed yet. When will it get confirmed? When we get a move on the upside in algo in order to break the higher line, do a pullback, and then a continuation of the move up in order to take this high. But what if we get a move on the downside and we do something like this? First things first, I want you to understand that this at that point is not going to be a bearish triangle. No, because you should identify a triangle pattern as a bullish or a bearish one based on its previous move. And since in here we had a move on the upside, then okay, this can only be a bullish triangle structure. So if we get a break of this line, that's not going to be at that point a bearish triangle. Please, 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 please do not try that kind of pattern. What is going to be in case that we do something like this, I would guess is probably some sort of a falling wedge structure. You see, I'm thinking in case that in algo we want to have a move on the downside, maybe like from this point, like a 1 2 3 4 5, something like this. This can be a falling wedge structure, which once more is actually a bullish pattern, and it will get confirmed when we get a break of the upper line, do a pullback, and then a continuation of the move up. So you see, even in case that we take this low, we are going to at that point overall remain optimistic. However, in my opinion, because we had in here a solid move on the upside in algo, and at the moment we can definitely argue that we are in the middle of an uptrend. Okay, instead of a triangle structure, I believe we can actually have a solid bull flag. This is going to be our flag, our triangle, and this is our pull. Now, what's the difference between this pattern and a normal triangle? The answer is the targets, because if you want to measure the target for a normal triangular structure, you need to measure the height of your pattern from here to about this point. However, for a bull flag, you need to actually measure your pull from here to about this point, and you need to put this thing at your breaking point. And based on this, what is going to be the target? Let's actually first put the chart on regular scale, excuse me, and then measure our target from this point to about here and put it right in here. There we go. As you can see, the target in that case is going to be somewhere around, you know it, $1. Now, here's a very important point. Why did I tell you at the beginning of the video that we might actually reach to about $8 sooner than you think? Well, here is why. You see, the moment that we get a break of this potential triangle structure in the short term in Algorand, we can actually say that the next move on the upside is actually going to be quite strong, and it's going to be at a pace kind of similar to this move right in here. So for example, let's say soon we're going to get a move up and break this trend line. Then okay, let's just copy the fractals in here and put this thing at around here. Okay, how long is it going to in this case take for us to reach to somewhere around $8? As you can see, less than, I would say, 30 days. That's why I'm thinking in Algorand overall we are actually very much bullish, and if we manage to hold this trend line right in here and get another move on the upside, and at the same time get a break of this trend line, that would be absolutely fantastic and bullish, and we can say our move up then is going to accelerate quite a bit. And finally, let's actually go on 15-minute chart. Okay, what do we see off of the lowest low in here? Well, I guess I can actually identify a 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into wave 3, correction for 4, another move up into wave 5. And for the next day or two, I don't mind if I see a move on the downside, hopefully in form of a correction and structure. However, this doesn't really matter for me. What really matters is this. After this move down, something like this, are we going to get a move up in order to actually take these highs right in here, about, let's say, 42.5 cents. Why is this so important? Because if we take these highs at that point, for me at least, I don't know about you guys, it is going to be extremely challenging to find an impulse in this region. And my bullish scenario is kind of going to get confirmed, and we are going to argue, look, this is a correction down, and we are probably going to take in this move on the upside, at least this high right here in like very short term, around, let's say 50 cents. And we can argue, because this is probably a 1, this is a 2, for our wave 3, we're going to go quite a bit higher than that. So the overall possibility in Algorand is absolutely bullish for like very, very short term. All eyes should be on taking these two highs right in here. And if you're interested in classic patterns, I'm thinking there is definitely a solid argument to be made for Algorand currently being in a bull flag structure, which in that case, the target for it is going to be around $8. And based on the evidence that I showed you in today's video, I think if something like that is going to happen, we might see quite a strong move up to somewhere around $1. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Algorand's price chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.